you're watching this video, this is for you. All of my videos, that's going to be my intro. These are for you. So, as the title says, or may not say, I'm choosing different titles. You'll see which one you will see. I live with my mom. I'm 31, by the way, and my life is absolutely perfect. I could title it, I live with my mom and my life is better than yours, but I'm trying not to have negativity in my title, but negativity gets more attention, so that might be the title you'll see. We'll see. But let me break down why. Everyone's life is perfect. That is something that I'm making this channel or bringing this channel back to get across to you. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, and nothing else matters. Do you know why I can say I live with my mom and my life is perfect? It's because I don't care what anyone else thinks. Nothing else matters except how I feel about myself. And the same applies to you. Let me give this some more detail and put it in deeper perspective for you. How many of you might be working a job that you may or may not like, that you probably don't like, to afford an apartment that is taking up at least a third of what you're making? You get what I mean? You're working a job just to afford an apartment because society says you need to have a job, you need to have a place. It looks cool. Like you have to have it to get women. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, I live with my mom, da 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 da. But what would make you the most comfortable? What would be the best life for you that makes you feel the most peaceful and the most happy? If it's working a job to afford an apartment, to have your own space, then that is perfect. And you should be totally happy with that and not worried about anything else. There's nothing else to chase except what you have. If you're having this job, if you have in this place and you're in a hurry and you're in a rush and you're miserable thinking like, I need to level up to get the next place, or I need to level up to get the next job, or I need to get a side hustle to get some extra money to take more trips, that is all putting a rush and not you being peaceful and perfectly content with what you have. All that matters is doing what you feel like doing. So if you feel like quitting your job, if you genuinely feel like quitting your job, fuck it. Quit the job. Because keeping up appearances to keep up with what other people's perceptions of you and what they think you should have and where they think you should be is likely part of what's contributing to you not being able to just be perfectly content and happy with where you are. Let me get back to myself. I live with my mom, right? And I have a son. I co-parent with my ex. So he's with her Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He's with me Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's 4 days out the week. Out of 7 days that I'm with my son, totally, totally free and unoccupied with anything else to do but to be a parent to my son. What the fuck could I be doing that's better than that? Think about it. If this is where my life took me, and this isn't even where I would have wanted to be or where I thought that I wanted to be, think about that. I was chasing these businesses, I was chasing traveling, I was chasing having a six-figure job, and like, oh, I need to have that. I need to be doing this. But literally think about it. What could be more impressive? What could be more perfect for my life than to be able to be with my son 100% present 4 days out the week? And then I live with my mom. So there's food magically appearing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she does everything for me, but that means my mom is there to be in my son's life. My sister's here from college, so she's in my son's life. And when I don't have my son, I'm hanging out with them. So I'm going places with my mom. I'm going places with my sister. My dad's around. So he's seeing my son. Think of how all of these pulls might have made me think I need to be doing other things with my life. But if I stop and I look at exactly where I am, it's perfect. So I just ended up here. I wasn't planning on living with my mom at 31, but being here is absolutely the perfect place that I need to be for my life right now. And I didn't have to do anything about that. I just fell into this place. And now I'm doing what most dads can't do or aren't doing. So if, I had it society's way, let's say best case scenario, I have a work from home job, I have my own place, I'm making a lot of money. That still means I'm with my son probably less of the time. I mean, obviously less of the time because I have to keep up with my job. Even if I was a business person with hella passive income, if I still had to maintain and tend to those businesses more than I was able to just sit back and relax with my family, what would be better? Think about that. Last week, I went to the little Korean grocery store with my mom and sister. What are you doing in your life that's better than that? Every day that I have my son, we go on an adventure. We go to a museum, we go to the park, we go get burgers, we go to a play place, whatever. Every day that I'm with them, we're doing something fun because I have the time and I'm just able to do that. That is the best possible effing life ever. Maybe I could be sitting here miserable and like, oh man, I wish I had enough money to go do some extravagant stuff. Or, man, if I had this job, then I'd be able to afford XYZ. I can't even really give you hypotheticals because I'm not thinking about that shit. And neither should you. You should not be thinking about anything else but what you have and what your life is. There's songs about it. J. Cole, Love Yours. There's people talking about how there is no life that is better than yours. And that is all that I'm here to share with you. Exactly where you are in life is perfect. And you don't need to think about anything else. If it exists outside of you, it doesn't exist. So if you're scrolling social media and you're seeing some rich guy's page flaunting and flexing and that makes you feel bad, cut it off. Don't look at it. It's not real. All that's real is what you have. You have a Toyota, you have a 9 to 5 job at Amazon, you work 4 days a week, 10 hours. That is perfect. And that's all you need. All you need to do is be where you are, and everything that you're supposed to have will come. And I think that's the end of this video. But you know how they say when you're grateful for what you have, you get more? All you need to do is sit back and be perfectly grateful that you are where you are, because that is the feeling of success. That is the feeling of riches and vacations and travel. Is just being able to sit back and be like, I'm good where I am. And if you have that feeling, which you don't need anything to have, then you have everything. And going back to living with my mom, I want to harp on this a little bit. If you have a job and you're paying for an apartment, isn't everybody's goal, everybody's dream is to take care of their mom, take care of their family? You're probably waiting and wishing and hoping to hit some lick, to get some big break so that you could be able to do that. If you weren't in your apartment and you were living with your mom with that same job, you could be giving her the rent check that you're giving to your apartment. And that will probably be, in effect, taking care of your mom. You know how they say for manifestation, have the feeling that you want to have later? and that's how you'll get it. Right now, I'm able to take care of my mom by being in the house with her. I may not be able to retire her yet, literally, but right now, I'm able to do stuff for her. I'm able to bond with her. I'm able to talk to her. So, all that money that you're chasing to do that, stop and just give your mom some money right now. Your club money, your drink money, your date money for the weekend, give it to your mom. Take care of your mom now. Think of the reason most of us have apartments. I mean, some of us have beef with our mothers and our families, and we can't just move back home. I've been there. Trust me, squash it. It's not that deep. And I know a lot of people think their beef is that deep. My beef with my parents was 10 times worse than yours, and I squashed it. So you can squash it too. But think about how the reason most of us rush to move out, get our own, get an apartment, get a nice car note, lease, apartment bills, is just because you have to have it. Who the can tell you what you need to have, what you feel? Let all of that go. Everything that you need to be happy, to feel good about yourself, is what you have right now. So I'm not gonna let, you know, if I'm trying to pick up women right now, it'll be like, oh, you don't have your own place? Oh, you stay with your mom? Or you're not working? Who fucking cares? I don't need to make you happy. I just need to do what I want to do for myself. And like I said, right now, I'm in the perfect position to be a perfect father, to take care of my family, and live exactly how I want to live. And that is what matters. Doing what you want to do. And now I'm sitting here making these YouTube videos. These YouTube videos will probably bring me everything that I want. So all I have to do, these YouTube videos are going to bring me whatever I want, probably. And I'm able to sit back and do them because I'm comfortable, because I'm happy and content with where I'm at. I'm not worried about what other people are thinking of me. I was talking to my best friend yesterday, best fucking friend. And he's like, so you think you're going to work again? Not having a job is like having leprosy. People don't want to talk to you. Like, oh, you're one of those. But think about it. What the fuck is having a job? It's just a society's expectation for you to fit in. Like being cool at school. We all know that that was now. Think about that in the same way. I don't mind a job. I worked a part-time job last year. I gave my mom a quarter of all my checks. Excuse me, I'm sweating. I gave my mom a quarter of all of my checks and I stacked up money and I went to Colombia for 2 months at the end of the year. I'm perfectly winning and I can do that again at any time. A little part-time job at the dry cleaners, give my mom some money, take a nice trip for 2 months, come back. What could you be doing that's cooler than that? I'm in Colombia doing goober and you know what else. I'm not going to say it, but you know. That's what people are dreaming of doing, but they're held back because gotta have a job, gotta have a place, gotta have a car lease. Let it all go. If your lease is about to end and you have a mom with a perfectly good couch to sleep on, go live at her place, give her a quarter of your checks, take a 2 month trip at the end of the year. Be happy. The expectations, what you're supposed to do. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be, and it's perfect, and there's nothing that anybody can do about that. So, more to come. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope that I can just help one person who's watching this. That's what I want to do right now. If I help thousands of people, if I help 0 people, my only hope is that one person watching this will feel more comfortable and better about themselves. Thanks for watching.